Hello guys, so in today's video we'll be seeing about the review of the Classic 2021 Pastel Planner, and this is from, I have seen this in the Hellyvid YouTube channel, and there is also a monochrome color version of this, but I prefer a pastel one. So this is the first year actually I'm using a planner, so I thought just I'll make the review of the planner that I bought in. So yeah, just unbox the planner. So here is the planner actually. So it's a really small one. I think it's the size of A5 or less, I don't know, but yeah, it has a spiral binding and backside is written the Classic stationery. So when we open it, first page we have welcome to Dash Lives, and you can write a name here. And then we have the calendar of the 2021 and 2022. Okay, that's good actually. And then we have the all months, I guess. So yeah, it's actually quite small, but yes, I was already skeptical how well and effective I'll use a planner, because this is the first time I'm actually buying a planner. I was always used to just the to-do list and the Google Calendar, but at this time I preferred a pen and paper one and all, so that's why I bought this planner. Now yeah, this is okay. And moving after this, the months, yeah, we have all the months, I guess. This is January and we have empty pages, I guess. So yeah, before going on further, let me tell you the price for which I got this actually. So site it was mentioned as 693, but I think other charges all added up and it became 792. So yeah, 693 actually, and it added up to 792. And there are some blank pages and counting them, yeah, somewhat like 15 pages. I think some of the pages, like first half pages, are like blank, and then some of them are ruled. Now the spiral binding is not so friendly, but it's okay. I think if it is for something like 600 something, then this is the quality you will get, but it's fine. And then we have February. So I think this is the way all the months continue actually. So let's go on, see what's at the end, because so the usual things that you get in the first front of the planner, in the usual planners that I saw in other planners, like the yearly goals and all, is not actually there in this planner. So I think if you need something all that, you should go for some other high price planner, like somewhere around 1000. There's like so many planners like Tiny Change Planner, Alicia Souza Planner and all. You may go to that, but if you are a first time person who wants to use a planner and all, and this is okay, right? So first you can check out if you're using this for the cost you have got it or not, because I was really skeptical about it. So after the December pages and all, we have certain amount of bullet journaling pages actually. So yeah, you may try out if you're a person who's getting it all this for the really first time and all. And there's something called mood tracker. So I've also seen mood tracker in a lot of planners, and they give it as one whole page, and like each day you just mark up a color and it comes as a type of pixel and all, and the whole thing looks so good. But this is into so many different, I think 3 pages or 4 pages, 3 pages. So yeah, I think it's for all 365 days. You can just mark your moods. And then we have some goals pages. So these are like yearly goals. So the irony is, like, they have given this at the last. So I think it depends upon you whether you want to use these for 2021 or even the next year, because it's the end of the planner. You can use this for either ways, but I think it's obviously logical that you should use it for 2021 only, not for 2022, because for that you will be obviously doing something else or you will be getting a new planner. So you need to come to the last of this planner to do certain things that you'll be usually seeing in the first. So we have my goals page, then you have 2 pages of gratitude list, and then you have some pages of task list. So ideally I did expect that each page would be like this, but I didn't expect blank pages. I don't know if I checked that properly, but I did expect something like this for each page, but then it was blank. So I was like, okay fine, let me check anyways how well I used this first. So there is some task list page where you have notes, to-do list and ideas, and then yeah, there is some like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages. Then you have wish list, I think in general you can write some wishes that you want. And travel bucket list, obviously, which most of us have not used or in 2020 or not even thought about in 2020. So let's hope and pray that we such a type of page or idea have some use and and all in 2021. So this is good. Like there are some arrows and clouds and you can just write some destinations. Like they haven't wasted so much page on travel list and all, because usually I think planners have 2 or 3 pages, but I think this is enough. And then there is a movies and songs list, and then there is a habit tracker. Now habit tracker, oh my god, they have given like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. That means definitely you would not want to leave these pages blank. At least in that guilt, I think I'll definitely catch up some good habits. And yeah, then we come to review. What is the best memory of this year? What was the toughest time of this year? What was the learning to take away from this year? And what vision do you have for the next year? So then we have some highlights. Okay, stickers. Now stickers are usually so fancy, cute and all in most of the planners that we usually get to see, but these are very basic type of stickers. And I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 8, 11. So there are something like 88 stickers only. Now they are also not so fancy and cute, but yeah, you can use them. If you are a first time person, I think it's fine. Just let me see how effectively I use this. And yeah, there's no reading list. So that's something that's disappointing me, because I thought it would be there. I was just in a hurry and I maybe didn't check that properly, or I thought it would be there. I thought it would be there in every planner actually, because in most of the planners that I did research about, I think the reading list was there. So anyways, I'll make up a separate reading list page and I'll show you that one. And also I would make a mood tracker in one single page, one A4 sheet, and I will show you that to you guys as well. And I will also show you guys later in upcoming videos how I'm going to plan the year, and also after some time I'll also show you how this planner has proved effective to me and how I'm actually using it after 2-3 months, and its review, its spiral binding quality and all that stuff after a period of time after I use. So that's it for this video. Stay tuned guys, and please also comment what more content and what more videos you want. And so that's it for this video. So bye bye guys, and stay tuned for more productive content. Thank you. Okay guys, so as you have seen the planner, if you think you can buy it, or if you think it's okay to buy this, so you can buy it from the links that I can link you in the description actually. So I'll be giving you 2 links in the description. One is for the pastel version and another is the monochrome. Pastel one is the color type version that I'm showing you right now, and I have only bought the pastel version. The monochrome I expect to be the same. I don't know exactly how it would be, but it will be the same most probably. Just that the color things in this are going to be just black and white and that. So with that, bye bye.